Welcome back to Houston Life. It is now easier than ever to find that perfect piece of art or decor to fit your style.
So Society6 is an online marketplace. It features independent artists and it's one-stop shop for customers looking for that unique piece of wall art, home decor, or even apparel.
Yep, I'm looking for all of it. Thank you. And it will also come as no surprise that amid the many artists featured on Society6, that Houston talent is well represented. Our Derek Shore introduces us to one of those artists whose work is inspired by her family and her culture. Take a look.
The Ironworks building in Houston's 2nd Ward, or East End, is home to more than 24 local businesses. One of them, Latina Tina.
My Mi Cocina is my design, which I'd like to see hit the stores. That's the goal I'm working on.
Latina Tina is the brainchild of local artist and native Houstonian Tina Salazar.
I want people, as they come in, to be able to feel, their Mexican roots, the Mexican culture, and to also see it with a modern twist on it, like pop art.
Artistic roots run in your family.
Yes.
Your father had incredible skills drawing. Your mother had incredible skills on the sewing machine.
Yes.
Do you credit the two of them for sort of opening your minds creatively?
I most definitely do. My dad used to take me to his jobs at his, he worked for Brown and Root back in the day as a draftsman. And I got to see him work, and he's just so very skilled with his hands, and I know that I got that from him. My mother is very skilled at the sewing machine. She would make our clothes, mine and my brother's clothes, so I believe I did pick up those traits from them.
Growing up with two artistic parents, Tina set her sights on art school.
I told my mother and my dad I'm going to go to the Art Institute one day, and I really wanted to go for fashion, but I gave art a whirl. I used to work for Landry's Restaurants Incorporated on the design team. I traveled nationwide painting the Joe's Crab Shack's restaurants, the design work, the signage. I then picked up contract work from Papa's and Papacitos, and I paint the signage for Mambo restaurants and the mural work for them.
After losing her mother in 2017, Tina shifted gears to focus on creating her own art.
This is the first one that I saw, Tacos Before Vatos. It's actually Frida. And I saw this one night. I was just, I don't remember what I was doing, but I saw the full vision in my head. And so I had to paint it, but I didn't have a canvas. So I painted it on a red luggage that I have here in the store. And then I just ran with it. I just started making shirts.
Frida is present in many, many of your designs. What do you think it is about her?
I believe she represents all of us Latinas, or just people in general, because normally people go through things. They go through hard times, rough times, trials, and she did. But when she did not put her brush down. She continued, and that actually made her very popular.
Today, Tina's business has grown with a large presence in Round Top, selling her products through several online platforms, and now at her colorful retail location at Ironworks.
My top sellers would be the flannels, and because I normally put my paintings on them, and here's one here. This is actually from a painting, but I make fabric out of it.
Wow.
And the little homie sweatshirts, most of the denim, because it's custom patch pants. Yes, they're all one of a kind. I normally do not duplicate a design. I enjoy making the fabric. So first I paint my paintings, and then I make fabric out of my paintings, and then I sew that fabric into my clothes. It's a nice process, but I love the steps because it's very hard for others to duplicate those steps. So you stay unique, you stay original.
Dolly Parton is also featured in your artwork. Why Dolly?
I kind of grew up with her because Mom would play her while she cleaned the home. So that's why I painted Dolly, and everybody loves Dolly. But there's a lot of symbolism in my store. For instance, my logo is actually a tattoo my mother had.
Tina's roots in the East End run deep.
A lot of my friends' parents still live here. The area is very rich from all of our ancestors.
For Tina, living and now working in this neighborhood is the perfect way to express her creative vision.
It's very meaningful to my heart, and it brings me back full circle, back to my stomping grounds, back to my roots where I grew up as a little girl.
Does it still feel fun to you? I mean, when you're creating a
it always
jacket
feels, always.
or a bag, it's always fun.
It feels like the first, yes, because it's mine and I'm sharing it with the world. I'm sharing it, you know, and they're wearing my product.
So every time you're creating a new piece of fabric or a new product, you still get that same joy?
Yes, I do.
Wow, not a lot of people can say that.
I still get that same rush. It's very joyful.
Let me just prequel this with saying I am obsessed.
Yes.
I am actually obsessed.
The whole time, you said.
All of it. We're excited. We're so excited to have Tina here with us now. We love supporting local artists at Houston Life. So before we chat, we want our viewers to know that you can easily find Tina's Society 6 shop on s6.co/Houston Life or by scanning that QR code right there on your screen, and that makes it easy peasy.
Yeah. So Tina, this is so great. Congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you so much.
The store looks amazing, and as we heard, you grew up with creative parents, but do you remember how old you were when you kind of knew that you had a talent and a passion for art?
Probably around 8 years old when I started getting those A's in art in elementary.
They always do say, though, that when you make custom pieces, it truly does come from the heart, right? It is really your piece. And we saw your restaurant work, but Houstonians may not know that you're behind this other big project in town. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, the Sacred Heart Co-Cathedral downtown. I landed that job after the Joe's Crab Shack's Landry's. I landed that job from one of the project managers that worked with Landry's. Wow. And yes, I was in charge with a team that came out of Pennsylvania, I believe. And there was a number of us who I painted and laid the gold in the church. I was in charge of making sure that the team put the crosses up in the trefoils and laying the gold throughout and outlining the crosses.
Looks gorgeous.
It is.
Thank
it's so
you.
beautiful. When you were talking about your mom and, you know, our condolences for her passing in 2016, it kind of went right to the dream big, mija. That I feel like could make every Latina just really, it's such a powerful, simple statement. And Society6 says, you know, this is a way to go beyond box store things. So, I mean, something like that is something that I want in my home. That's something that speaks to me, you know?
Yes, yes, it's something that's very unique. Yeah. Society6 is that platform that really cuts out the middleman and enables people to find a unique art and not just wholesale in the stores. It's it's trademarked with our, you know, it's trademarked with our unique art. Yeah. It's just unique.
Our producer Heather was just like, hey, that pillow that you're talking about, that saying is right behind you. This is something, like I said, that would be so meaningful to me. And, you know, I think a lot of people look at the way our homes are our expression of ourselves. You know what I mean? Right. So something like this would be such a great reminder for people. What's been the feedback from customers that buy amazing pieces like this?
They walk in and immediately they say, it is so colorful, it makes me happy. That's exactly what they say. And do you also
get a lot of people who say, Tina, this is exactly what my mom used to tell me when I was little?
Yes. They do.
It made our studio so much happier today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Before we go, we understand you are celebrating National Latina Month in a really big way. Can you give us a little info on that?
At Ironworks, we are all of us Latina entrepreneurs, all of us entrepreneurs there are celebrating National Latina Day on August 24th. It starts from 11 to 5, and we'll have food, complimentary food and drinks, and there'll be freebie bags and music, and it's going to be big. And there's also going to be
to look at your stuff.
Yes, and there's also going to be not just us who lease there. There's going to be an additional Latina pop-up market there, so they'll be under other vendors.
Well, you're the great reminder for all the mijas, sons and daughters to dream big. So thank you so much, Tina.
Yes,
we really enjoyed having you.
Thank you so much.
Well, Houston Life is excited to be partnering with Society6, which is owned by our parent company, Graham Holdings, and KPRC2 receives commission on purchases.
Another reminder, you can find Tina's art and other Texas artists' products right now on s6.co/Houston Life.